Good morning. So, today's the 13th, July 13th. Um, on my way to work yesterday, I did a little bit of therapy session and was bringing up to what was been in my forefront. And I remembered why it like popped up in my forefront, and why I went to go search his Facebook. But so anyways, what had happened was about 2, 3 weeks ago, maybe somewhere around there. I don't, sometimes time is like off the measurements, but, I have Snapchat, and Snapchat will like send you notifications, or actually all social media will send you notifications like if there's a new user and you have that contact's phone number. So, from my understanding, I'm only assuming because I still have from the last number that I had from him from years ago, is still programmed in my phone, and so Snapchat had brought up his name and said so and so is on Snapchat now, and so I was like it just caught me off guard because I haven't seen his name in a while, and it like literally came up on my phone, and so that was like, I guess you can say, I don't like the first trigger, or kind of like pop hello, gotta work on me over here type thing. So anyways, I think that's how it really ultimately boiled down to um figuring out why he popped in my head. And I was just smirking right there, you guys, because when I looked up at the clock, it was 1:43. The time had said 1 minute and 43 seconds. So I was just smirking because I always see it. So, anyways, um, going back to this though, this has nothing to do with that smirk, but he did. So that was what triggered the thought process. I guess him crossing, come into my forefront. So, anyways, I honestly could care less what he's doing or what he's up to. Um, I did find the email. I did share that, but I'm going to read it because I want it to be vocally spoken, in the event that it's misplaced somehow. Okay, so this email that I received, this was the day of court. It was our final court that we had to do to decipher. He was fighting for partial custody, like at 50-50, which I would have been opened up to, totally would have been cool had he had done the steps that I was requesting because of the past that he had with the abusive relationship and having his children in the home. I had my concerns and whatnot, so I did request supervised visits. I was a mother with concern, and I wasn't trying to make it difficult for him not to see her. I made it very easy. I went out of my way. I mean, before I even did supervised visits, I went out of my way, went to the park, met him once or twice, went and watched the boys play wrestling, took Stevie up there. Like, yeah, I went out of my way, and it wasn't out of my way. It was for her. It was what I thought was going to be best. But anyways, so we did supervised visits, and so totaling of her entire life, he spent like physically face to face in like maybe playing with her, hanging out with her, a total of 7 hours of her entire life. And all those 7 hours have been me like initiating it, me, not him asking me. I did find one text that he wanted her for pictures for Christmas one year. It was like the first year, second year. I'd have to go back and look at the date, but I was just like, I just laugh. I'm like, he had no relationship with none. Like, he didn't care about her. He didn't like. It was just bizarre. And then he was just like, the reading the text messages. It shows me how narcissistic in the games, the head games. I have no desire to be a part of that, and like at all. So like that's what's so funny is Anyways, so going back to, my mind started going somewhere else, but that's not the focus. Going back to this email. So this was the day of court. I get this email early in the morning. I wake up. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if I really went to sleep. I did, because I did wake up. Matter of fact. So yeah, because this is the screenshot. Well, I take that back, because this could have been a screenshot on other days. So anyways, this is an email that I had received from him on the day that we were supposed to go to court and decipher what was the best options for Stevie. And this is the email I got. Jennifer, I have thought about this long and hard, and I don't feel like I have the time to devote to her and the money to keep jumping through the hoops that you continue to make me jump through. I hope that you find someone that would make a suitable father for Stevie, and he adopts her and gives her everything she needs. VR, and then his name. That's it. That's the last thing I've ever heard from him. I went to court that day. He was not there. No phone call, no nothing. Never, no text. My phone number's never changed. Nothing. My address is not changed. He knows where I live. So, I think the more, I was thinking about this last night, and just, since this is all up in my forefront, I'm like, why am I even, why is this here? Is this really, it is an issue, but it's not. Here it's not. I'm okay. I'm not, okay, it is me, but I'm not traumatized in the sense of where I feel heartbroken, in the sense my trauma in this connection is because I'm linking this, and why is because my focus is to heal myself and to help heal my daughters, because we're all three abandoned. We've all been abandoned. I mean, we literally, yeah. And so that's the only way I could think of. It's okay, so how can I bring, obviously this is up. This is some sort of feels. This is something. And so with that, I've just come to conclusion and realizing, and I'm thinking that maybe it's because my main focus right now has been healing for myself and my family, my children. I wish healing for everybody. And I did have a lot of frustration with this. I had a hard time fathoming or grasping or whatever that anyone could walk away from their child, their flesh and blood. That I think, I know that's why I had such a hard time with the frustrations of it. It's just how can you just walk away? You have other kids that you're still in their life. Okay, I don't want to say he's active, because I'll tell you, I've seen the head games. It's not something a child deserves. It's not something a mother deserves. It's not something anyone deserves to go through those types of games. He is stuck in his own trauma and his own pain. I see that now. I didn't know better. I didn't know. Isn't it crazy? I didn't know. God, I just hate that. That's so frustrating that we get so judgmental, and so we want to point the finger at this person and judge them and say this and that. You know what I'm saying? And now I look at it and I'm like, yes, he's a narcissist. Yes, the mental games. But I'm going to tell you what, I will stand up for him in the sense of I can only imagine what he went through as to why because that fight or flight, and that fight became for him more of a fight. And some people just stay there. They can't find the healing. They can't find to let go. And then that's when they become this very angry and controlling person. So, yeah, I had a lot of frustration and anger and hate towards him. Yeah, I did. I don't hate him now. Am I still frustrated and angry? In this, I don't want to say angry. I'm like, I don't feel any sort of way thinking of him in the sense. As in before, I used to be like, oh, I could throat punch him. Like, seriously, I am not like, that is one person that I just felt, I guess, after that email, it's like, how can you even? I tried so hard, you guys. I tried so hard. When I was pregnant, I sent him, when he was deployed, I sent him books like online to read, to record so I could play it to my belly. Like, I asked him for a shirt that smells like him so when he comes back that she can bond to him. I mean, I tried so many damn things. I met him at parks. I did a lot of different things trying to create this bond that I thought she was going to have, and that you know what I mean? I can't force it. I can't. So I was angry, and because I'm not that mother, I'm not that one to keep my kids from their father. And that's what just made me so mad. It was like, you literally have an opportunity wide open to be a part of this girl's life. Like, our daughter's life. Like, literally, like, I wanted that, you know? And anyways, he chooses not to be. And that's okay because, like I said, the trauma and pain, whatever he endured through his life, which I promise you, I already know he's gone through, because no one acts in such of a manner and hasn't been through something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, no. I don't want to say that I don't have a hate. I don't have, like I said, saying his name, it's not like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, anything like that. But I will say that I will continue to work on this thought process and try to continue to figure out what it is that, what I'm supposed to learn. That's it. Because everything you're supposed to take, learn something and learn from it, or your lesson, right? And I'm not 100% sure exactly why or where this lesson is coming from, in the sense of, I definitely know that the reason why this is up in my forefront is because, like I said, I am focusing on healing. And a part of my healing right now is abandonment. I'm trying to understand. And I mean, not that I don't understand it. I understand it now because, you know, when I speak of this abandonment, and I say my daughters and me, all three of us were abandoned. And those that abandon us, they didn't purposely, like, meaningfully want to abandon us. They had to live their life. And we've all just been put into this thought process of how society should be. And it's like, you have to be there. You did this, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how we were brainwashed to believe that's how life should be. And life should not be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. When someone says it has to be this way and it's not this way, that's what causes this dysfunction, because it's saying, oh wait, my life is not like this, so I'm not enough. You see what I'm saying? So it's, hang on, I just went scroll because I was like, why? Oh, the abandonment. So yeah, the questioning of it is not being enough or whatever. I occasionally have moments. I guess a lot of that, it's not, I guess, a lot of that is throughout my relationship issues, like being involved in a relationship without healing myself. I wasn't healed. I was okay, and just woke up. I wasn't healed, but you do what you got to do to get yourself to that point. Sorry, I got scrolled. Oh, and in jumping in and out of relationships when you're not healed, that's what causes, when you're not healed, that's what happens. So anyways, me focusing, I'm just trying to focus on the healing and the abandonment that I've gone through. Um, and then, and it's like, well, let's go ahead and focus and fix what we need to fix. And so these is also a time that I have been open and kind of talking to my girls about everything. In the sense of like what's going on in their life. Like I'm kind of asking my oldest, like, hey, have you talked to your dad? Like what's going on? You know what I mean? Like I stay involved. Um, Same way with the youngest. I just ask questions. You know, if there's an opportunity that's brought up or something of a mentioning, or like a TV show. If like we'll watch a TV, not necessarily a TV show, but a movie, and it may be like something along the lines of a father-daughter movie. And if there's an opportunity that I can ask a question, or if there was a movie we were watching and she had felt a little emotional, and so with the emotion, she was crying, and so I took that opportunity to ask her a question. And so I don't find that people that don't talk about that type of stuff, that they're like, oh, don't talk about it, no, just don't bring it up, don't bring it up. Bring it up, you guys, because that's the stuff that causes the trauma by not talking about it. Hang on, Caden's in the kitchen. Sorry. It's hard. I try to do my therapy. It's like, it is. When I'm trying to do me, and I just don't want to make it awkward and uncomfortable, like right at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. She has this channel and she may watch it, but I just, like I said, it's an awkward situation. And the way my house is set up, it's just small. You can hear everything. So like if she's right there at the kitchen, you can hear me talking. So um anyways, sorry about that. So yeah, that was up in my forefront, and that is something that if it continues to stay there, then we'll focus, I'll focus on that and continue to speak about it. But quite honestly, like um, I'm not feeling any sort of a heavy way with it, in the sense of, um, you see, there's no tears, there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, to me, that's not the trauma or pain that I personally feel, in the sense. It's just like, I guess I grasp and understand and accept the fact that he's a hurt and traumatized soul, and I just got to teach my youngest that, I just got to teach her. I just got to educate her, and go see their skills. Um, that, some people, they don't mean to hurt us. And although society has taught us or brainwashed us to believe that these are all the people that we need in our life, um, I'm sorry that it makes one feel as such. You know what I mean? Like, it's made me feel a certain way. I know it's made my children feel a certain way, because they don't have both. I didn't have both in my home. You know what I mean? Like, we had two separate homes. Um, my dad was active, but he wasn't like extremely active. Everyone, like has their thoughts and what and how a parent should be, and that's just what I just find that now going through all this healing and everything, and what I used to hold my parents, like I guess you can say, accountable to, or why I would get frustrated or whatnot. Well, because I had an expectation of them, and sometimes when those expectations are not met, that's where you hurt yourself. And so it's like, well, if I teach my girls the point where it's like, this is just an expectation of others, like you set your expectations, you do it within, not because of what others say you need to feel or how you should think. You know what I mean? Like, this, it's not right or wrong. Like, it's not wrong if you don't have a dad. It's, you see what I'm saying? But some people make it to, that society has made it to believe that you have to have a mom and dad. Well, who's to say that it's, someone didn't go and have a surrogate, or, you know what I mean, a IVF pregnancy or whatever it's called, and doesn't have a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, see what I mean? Like, it's just, it's not about like following society's thought process of what, sorry, I keep pushing my screen to keep that light on. But anyways, so that's the subject on that. Not that it's a huge, I mean, it's a big ordeal because it's stuff that I'm going to have to work through with my youngest. And I can, that's my goal, is to focus and just heal and not leave her behind, because it's easy to kind of ignore those situations, and that's a situation that should not be ignored. So, going back to like ignoring and speaking of things. So, if something is happening, I'm just going to suggest something to you guys. If you guys want to talk to me, don't be afraid to bring up anything. Like, I'm an open book. Like, you want to ask personal questions, you want to like get down to the nitty gritty, let's get down to the nitty gritty, because I'm an open book. There should be no reason for us not to be able to bring up anything and everything, and we should be able to talk. We're humans. I'm so tired of seeing people being shut mouth and hush hush. Don't bring this up. Don't talk about this. Don't do this. This is why we have so many fucked up individuals in our world. I'm sorry. That just makes me so frustrated. Because, seriously, there are so many traumatized souls, people in pain walking around in our world. They really are, because we just don't have the desire or the want to say, hey, how are you doing? Or what was it? Something happened the other day. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I forget, but it was along the lines of something happened with somebody, and they were like, don't mention this. Why? Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, that was me. That was me. Okay, so I did do that. The conversation was with my mom the other day. Um, I was being secretive of telling something to her that I didn't want Kaden to hear, but she already knew about it. Why did I do that? Why should I be secretive? If she already knew about it, I shouldn't be secretive in trying to speak of it or deal with it, or interesting. Trying to protect her is why I didn't want to like have her hear. And it's kind of like with this situation, like being in my therapy and them not wanting her to hear it to protect them. Well, it's not really to protect that in situation, because like I said, she has the channel. So, it's really ultimately, wow. Okay. So yeah, I just had an eye-opener. Alright, so I'm going to do better, and I'm going to start just being more openly, blatantly with people, and just be like, if something's like, such a sensitive subject, Jen's going to talk about it. Oh, well. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's really much more that's been, okay, yeah, not much more. There's some stuff brewing, not a whole lot, nothing like pressant to push out right away. It'll get there. I'll share in due time. This is for now though, and I wanted to vocally put that email in a recording. I have screenshots of it coming from his email sent to our conciliator that we had, which our conciliator through the rumble that we had all went this back and forth as head games. Like, she literally saw it all. Like, he canceled, he would make an appointment, and then he cancel, and then he'd make an appointment and he cancel. It would, like, kid you guys or not, I was kind of reading through some of the stuff that I have, and I was just like, I couldn't, oh my god, this is insane. But anyways, yeah, even the conciliator was suggested to the judge that Mama is literally putting all the best interest in for her child. So, anywho, yeah, I'll continue discussing it, or if it's in the forefront, continue. But I mean, there's no missing, no loving, no what ifs, no none of that. None of that. The connection that him and I had was that he's a Pisces and I'm a Virgo, and I'm very attracted to Pisces. I don't know what it is. So the 3 months that we did hang out, it was fun. We vibed, like, but it was not like it was not a passionate love. It was not a sincere, you know what I'm saying? So, like, in love. It was, and now looking back at it, like, I'm like, gosh, I wish I had the clarity and the healing and the mindset, like, so much sooner. I really did. Like, I'm not, okay, not that I don't wish, because, like, I always, you gotta be careful what you wish for, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thankful for where I'm at right now, but dang it, that true saying of, had I known what I've known then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it would be. So anyways, okay, well, let's see, what is today's, yeah, it's kind of early still, so let's see, what else can I rack my brain? I'll save the rest for another session, because there's some other stuff that I do want to bring up and discuss, because it needs to get out and out of me. You guys ready? Because I'm about to share some stuff. Probably. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for being here and listening to all my stuff. I send love and light to each and every single one of you. I love you, and most of all, I love myself. Love and light.